Hi everyone, Wren here. I'm so excited to share this time with you today. For all of my Chicago NEMA folks, right outside this window, I can see the windows of our yoga space. I cannot wait to be back there again with you soon. For anyone who's new to class, welcome. And for those of you who I always see on Monday nights, welcome back. We'll be moving through a 60-minute slow flow yoga class today. We're definitely going to work, definitely lots of options for those of you who are newer to yoga or haven't practiced in a while, so no need to worry. Be someone who is in their breath, someone who is in their body. Let me guide you with my words. You can choose to set up your mat either long way facing me or horizontal like I have mine here. Sometimes it's easier to face forward, not having to worry about lefts and rights so much, but whatever you have space for is going to work just fine. If you want to follow along with a playlist today, and you have Spotify, this is what it looks like. I know it's not super clear. It's called Wren, W-R-E-N, Yoga 2020. And we won't start it just yet. I'll let you know when. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, play when it's time. If you don't have Spotify or you're not going to use that today, do not worry. I actually highly encourage you, if you've never practiced yoga with no music before, try it out. So let's head on over to our mat. Grab like a couch pillow or any kind of pillow if you have one handy. If you don't worry about it. Go ahead and set that down and have a seat. That seat can be cross-legged, it can be on your shins, or even with your legs extended in front of you, however you're comfortable. Find a seat that you don't have to think too much about. And rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Either look softly downward or close your eyes. As we begin this journey into our practice today, start to notice how your breath is today. Does that breath travel deeply down to the floor of the pelvis, or does it hang out up near the collarbones? Is it rapid in and out, or is it smooth and slow and fluid? There's no need to change anything about it here, just notice it. And then begin to notice your body. What are the areas of your body where you normally hold tension? It could be the jaw, the forehead, shoulders, belly, hips, hands, feet, anywhere. Whatever those areas are for you, start to allow them to soften. Whatever the noise of the world around us may be, know that we can't do anything about it. What we can do is control how much of our attention it grabs. Coming back to our mat and being just body and breath allows us to tune in to the messages from within, calming the nervous system, allowing us some peace. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it fill your belly. Open mouth, sigh it out. Seal your lips. Deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. One more. Deeply inhale. Fully exhale. Seal your lips. Breathe in and out through your nose. And And let us begin our practice by pressing our palms together in front of our heart, eyes still closed or gazing softly down at the fingertips, and together, a wish for peace for all beings on earth. Rock forward. Release that pillow out from under your hips if you have it. You can set it off to the side. We'll use it again at the end. And then arrange yourself in all fours, tabletop. If you're going to follow along with the playlist, go ahead and get it queued up and we'll press play in 1, 2, 3, play. In this all fours, separate your knees to about your 2 fists width distance, aligning shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Just the slightest little tone of the low belly in and up. Tops of the feet can relax towards the floor. Inhale, allow your belly to soften towards the mat as you lift your tailbone and lift your gaze. Cow pose. Exhale, press the floor away. Belly button to spine, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, and then sit back into child's pose. Sliding forward. Straighten the elbows. Belly sinks down, cow pose. Exhaling through cat and back to child's pose. Inhale, slide forward to cow. Exhale, belly button to spine, cat to child's pose. One more time, slide forward, belly soft, shoulder blades together and down the back. Exhale, round and press back. This time, pause here in child's pose. If you're able to, rest your forehead down. Let your arms relax so that even your elbows relax onto the mat. Feel the feedback of the thighs and the belly pressing against one another as you inhale. And then keeping the head and the torso low, walk the hands over towards the right. Keep that left hip sitting down and back and breathe deeply all into your left side rib cage. And then walk the hands back through the center and on over towards the left. Right hip stays heavy. Right rib cage expands with your breath. And then walk the hands back through center. Shift forward back to your table pose. Walk the knees a little bit closer together and then sit back on your shins. Take the spine around in big circles. Maybe 2 or 3 times in one direction. And then pause and change directions. Just some intuitive movement here. There's no right or wrong. Just feel it out. Your range of motion in your spine and hips. Come on back to center. Rock back forward to your table pose and separate your knees once more. Pressing the left hand down, inhale, sweep your right arm open and up as you twist gently towards the right. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm comes down, right shoulder comes down, right side of the head comes down. Sitting bones point skyward. Inhale, press the left hand into the floor, sweep that right arm open and up and pause. Flex your left toes under and then walk your left toes out to the left. Come onto your left side supported plank. Right fingertips reach skyward, left palm presses down and gently drags back towards that knee. Contract your right leg, quadricep and glute, and float it up in the air for supported half moon. Keep the gaze down towards the mat to assist with the balance if you feel unsteady here. Option to go for the quad stretch, reaching back for that ankle. Keep your knee and hip in one line And then press back, open the chest. Steady breath, relax your jaw. Extending right arm and leg. Keep the leg lifted and bring the hand back down to the mat. Swing your right leg around. That foot will step to the outside edge of the right hand. Send your left toes back behind you. Tuck them under and lift the back knee. Take an inhale here. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, right arm opens up into a twist. Left ribs coming towards right inner thigh. Slowly unwind, hand comes back down. Set your left knee down. And then step back to your table pose. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, let the belly soften towards the earth. Exhale, round the spine, press up. Inhale back towards center. And then right hand presses down. Inhale, sweep that left arm open and up as you twist towards the left. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder and left side of the head come down towards the earth. Sitting bones stretch skyward. Press the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left arm open and up and pause. Tuck your right toes under and kick them out to the side for that kickstand, coming into your right side supported side plank. Float that top leg. And then option to reach back for the ankle, opening the chest and opening the front of the hip. And then extending left arm, left leg. Keep the leg lifted, bring the left hand back down towards the mat. Swing that left leg around, outside edge of the left hand, right toes sneak back behind you and tuck under, lift the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, easy twist. Slowly unwind, set your right knee down, step your left foot back, all fours. Inhale to cow pose and tuck your toes under. Exhale, bent knee, down dog, send the hips back and up. For this down dog, walk your feet as wide as your mat and then send the sitting bones skyward. You can start to pedal out, straightening one leg and then the other, dropping one heel and then the other. Let your head relax. And then even out any movements that you've taken from side to side and come towards stillness in this wide-legged down dog. Inhale, look forward in between your thumbs. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through your feet to rise all the way up and reach up. Exhale, press your palms together, slide them down in front of your heart, and then release them by your sides. Separate your feet so that they're underneath your hips. 3 half sun salutations. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand up, reach up. Exhale, palms through your heart center and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine, come up halfway. Exhale, belly button to spine as you fold. Inhale, press through the feet to stand on up. Palms to touch, exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Like you're moving through water, slow and steady. Inhale to rise. Palms to touch. Exhale, slide your hands in front of your heart. And then down by your sides. If you prefer to take your chair pose with your feet separated, you can leave them right where you are. If you like it better with them close, then you can step your feet closer towards one another. Inhale, lift up on your toes. Heels will lift. Contract your quads, your glutes, and belly in and up. Exhale, lower your heels. Sit back in your hips. Fold slightly forward in airplane arms. Fingertips reach behind you. Inhale, arms sweep forward, chair pose. Exhale, sit down a little lower. Inhale, stand all the way up. Lift your heels, tippy toes. Exhale, folding chair, airplane arms. Inhale to chair. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, stand up, lift your heels. Exhale, folding chair, airplane arms. Inhale to chair. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, stand up, heels lift. This time just the heels and the arms will relax back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Your strength here, your stability comes from underneath, so belly button in and up. Contract your quads, press your hands through the floor. One more breath. Then gently lower the knees and lower all the way down to your belly. Your belly and your hips will touch the mat at the same time. Tops of the feet relax down towards the mat and your glutes are soft. Walk your hands back so that they're next to your ribs. And then pull your elbows towards one another behind you as if they were going to touch. Very little weight in the hands. Inhale, peel the chest forward and up. Shoulder blades slide together and down the back. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, slide that chest forward and up, just on the fingertips this time. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest peels forward and up. Hands come to float just an inch or so off the mat. Relax your glutes, toenails glued to the mat. Continue breathing. Let the strong muscles of your back support you here. Shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw. One more breath. And then slowly lower back down. Hands connect with the mat. Tuck your toes underneath and then flex your quads enough so that your knees lift up. With or without the help of your knees, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press on up to plank. When you get there, inhale to lengthen, crown of head from tailbone. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Extend that right leg out to the left. Set the outside edge of your foot down. Put all the weight into your right hand as you spin to your right side plank. The inner edge of your left foot is down. Reach your left arm skyward. Hips high, broken star. Unwind. Both hands down. Hug that right knee back in towards your chest. Step back to plank. Hips high, down dog. Rock forward to plank. This time left knee to chest. Extend your left leg out towards the right. Set the outside edge of the foot down. Start to tip your weight into your left hand, spinning to the inside edge of your right leg. Hips high, arm reaches skyward. Broken star. Unwind, both hands down. Hug that left knee into the chest and send it back. Plank pose. Inhale. Hips high, down dog. Great job. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. One more, in and out. Seal your lips. Steady breath in and out through the nose. Deep inhale through the nose. Full exhale through the nose. Once you're empty of breath, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted. Hover in this low lunge here. Make sure your feet are separated, 2 different lanes of traffic. Squeeze those feet energetically towards one another underneath you, as if you were going to bunch up your mat under your hips. Once you feel that strength from underneath, then walk your hands up your right thigh and come on up to a high lunge. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, arms come to a T as you twist towards your right. Your right hand will come to either your sacrum or the back of your left thigh. Stretch through your left ring finger up and slightly back. As if your legs were scissors, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Stretch back through your back heel and press slightly forward through your left hip. Feel the stretch in the psoas. Breathe deep. Bringing your arms back out to a T, slow and steady, back to that easy twist. Left hand comes down to the inside edge of the right foot. Slowly unwind, frame your front foot. See how quietly you can step this right foot back to meet the left in plank. Once you get there, take a deep breath in. And hips high, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. When you're empty of breath, step the left foot forward between the hands. 2 lanes of traffic, squeeze the feet together. Walk the hands up that front thigh. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, twisting to your left, arms to a T. Left hand to sacrum or to the back of the right thigh. Right arm stretches forward and up. Pressing gently back through the right heel and forward through the right hip. Bringing the arms back out to a T, slow and steady. Right hand comes down to the inner edge of the left foot. Stretch those fingertips skyward. And then slowly unwind. A quiet step of the left foot back to meet the right in plank. And a deep breath in. And hips high, down dog as you exhale. All together, deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Seal the lips. Inhale through the nose and lift your right leg any amount behind you. Exhale, rock forward, knee to chest, and step that foot between the hands. Spin your back heel down so that your toes are angled forward on about 45 degrees of an angle. Heels are in one straight line. Squeeze them energetically together, and then walk your hands up your front thigh. Inhale your fingertips forward and up. Warrior one. Without even looking, just feel the inner edge, the arch of your back foot. If it feels as if it's collapsing forward or the heel is lifted, shorten your stance. Activate the upper inner thigh of your back leg to lift that arch. Inhale, straighten your front leg, fingertips reach skyward. Exhale, bend into your front knee and bring your arms open to a cactus shape. Inhale, 2 straight arms and legs. Exhale, bend and cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. Keep the bend in the knee. Inhale the arms straight. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. You stay here. I'm going to spin around. Beautiful. So right leg is forward. Deep bend in that knee. Arms to a T. Squeeze your heels together. Counteracting all of that action in the body is the soft gaze over your front middle finger. Feel the strength of your legs support you. Take a peek down, this inner edge of the right knee. Let's be able to see at least those first two toes. If your knee is bending way in, then open it out to the side or shorten your stance. Inhale, two straight arms and legs, reach up. Exhale, bringing your right forearm to your right knee. Left hand stretches up and over, extended side angle. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale, stretch back, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, slide your rib cage forward. When there's no more room to go, just tick-tock the arms to a T, triangle pose. Your hand can rest on the thigh or shin or ankle, or the back of the hand can press into the inner line of the leg, rotating your bottom ribs forward, top ribs back. Gaze can be down at the big toe for stability, up at the thumb for a challenge to the balance. Inhale, come back up. Send all 10 toes to face forward, and then fold forward. Wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita. Let your head hang heavy, relax your jaw. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale to root down through your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, slowly stand up. Send your right toes back on out, coming back to that warrior two shape. Take a gaze towards the front top edge of your mat and start to lean gently forward, coming into your half moon. The more you wrap muscle to bone in the legs, belly button in and up, extending equally through both feet, both hands, crown of head, and tailbone, the more stability you'll find here over time. Trust your body. Get out of your head. Just be breath and body. Gentle bend in that front knee. Step that back foot back. Two straight legs as we reach back, reverse triangle. Cartwheel the arms down. Frame that front foot and then step back to plank. Option to go through your vinyasa here or go straight to down dog. You can use your knees or leave them lifted. Rock forward to the tippy toes. Lower halfway down. Flip to the tops of the feet. Straighten your arms, press your chest forward. And then exhale, hips high, down dog. You stay here while I flip around. Take a deep breath in. And an open mouth exhale. Once more in. And out. Seal your lips. Breathe in and out steadily through your nose. Be open to the possibility that things may feel different left to right. Let yourself be where you are today. Inhale through your nose, lift your left leg. Exhale, rock forward, knee to chest, step that foot between the hands. Spin your right heel down, squeeze your heels together, arms reach forward and up as you stand. Lifting that back foot arch. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend that front knee and cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Leave the bend in the knees. Stretch the arms up. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. 3 breaths to find your shape. Root down through the feet, squeeze them together. Front knee opens up so that the hip broadens. Long side waist, long neck, soft jaw, soft gaze. Inhale, 2 straight arms and legs. Exhale, left forearm comes down, extended side angle. Reach through your top hand ring finger. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, stretch back, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, slide the rib cage forward, and then tick-tock the arms. Not worrying so much about how low we go, but more how thin we stay in this plane. Let the core support you and hold you up. And inhale back up. Send all 10 toes to face forward and fold. Head heavy. You can take a little bend, one knee and then the other here if that feels okay for you. If you like to take a twist here, you can place one hand down underneath your face and then twist that arm up and open. Switching sides when you're ready, if you're taking the twist. And then slowly unwind. Bring the hands to the hips, soft bend in the knees, root down through the feet, inhale to stand. Send those left toes forward, back into your warrior two shape. Gaze towards that top edge of the mat. Like we're moving through water, slow and steady, find your half moon shape. Gentle bend in that front knee, quiet step of the right foot back, straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. And then slowly cartwheel the arms down, frame that front foot, quiet step back to plank. Option to take your vinyasa over the next 2 breaths, or join me in just hips high, down dog. And then once we all arrive, take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. Seal your lips. Inhale through your nose and lift your right leg. Open up the hips, stack your hips, bend your knee and rotate your ankle in a circle. Keep both armpits facing down towards the mat so you're twisting from the belly. You can move in the hip here any way you need. And then square off the hips, kick that right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, rock forward to plank, right knee into chest. Heading towards broken star once more. Kick the right leg out towards the left. Outside edge of the right foot comes down. Right hand goes down, left hand goes up. Broken star, hips high. Then slowly unwind. Right knee to chest. Kick it back and up and open the hip once more. And then slowly rock forward, knee to chest. And then sneak that right knee down by the right wrist, setting up for pigeon pose. If you have that pillow handy and you know you like that extra support underneath the hips, by all means use it. Staying upright here for a breath or two. Option to walk the hands forward or come down to forearms. If you prefer to lie all the way down, take your time to get there. There's no rush. There's plenty of time. It's important not only to trust our bodies, but to listen. Have no ego about any of these shapes. Your yoga practice doesn't need to look like Instagram. Take one more breath here. And then slowly start to press on up. Pressing your hands into the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Kick this right leg up and back and open one more time. And then bring it back square to the mat and set it down. Take that wide leg down dog one more time. Bend deeply into the knees, send the sitting bones high. Just feeling out differences left to right. And then step your feet back closer together, hips distance. Inhale through the nose, sweep the left leg high, open the hips, stack them, bend the knee, and circle your ankle. And you can move through the knee and through the hip. And then rock forward, knee to chest, broken star. Kick that left leg out to the right, outside edge of the foot goes down. Pressing the left arm down, right arm up, lift your hips. And slowly unwind, two hands down. Kick that left leg back and open. And then swing forward, setting up for half pigeon on the other side. Taking your time, knowing that left and right, it's okay if they're different. Understand that your yoga practice is just that, a practice. There is no end game. There is no achievement of a posture. There's no perfection. And the sooner we understand that, the sooner the gifts of yoga start to open up to us, realizing that it's the journey that is the point. Much like our life, if we're always rushing to get to the end, we miss the point. Take one more breath here. And slowly start to press on up. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, swing this left leg back up and open once more. And squaring off the hips, coming back to your down dog. Inhale, look forward in between your thumbs. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Press firmly down through your feet. Reach up. Palms to touch, exhale. Beautiful. You can stay where you are. I'm going to turn to face you. Moving into our tree pose, left and right. So separate your feet to your hips distance. Close your eyes and feel your feet pressing down into the mat. Shift your weight forward and back. And side to side, feeling the inner and outer edges of the feet. Find that place where your weight rests exactly in the middle and lift your toes. Press down through the feet. Lift the low belly in and up. And extend your sacrum down towards your heels. Then spread your toes and set them gently down. Let the toes not absorb any of your weight here. They're just there as a little kickstand for balance. Shifting your weight into your left foot, lift your right heel. Turn that knee outward, and then bring the sole of your right foot towards your left ankle. You can lift that foot up, pressing the sole of the foot into the inner shin. If you'd like to go higher, please skip the knee and go for the inner thigh. This hip and knee should be facing in the same plane. So if we're really worried about bringing this hip wide, we're going to end up taking this hip with us and twisting in the knee of the standing leg. So don't worry so much about how open the hip is here. Options for the hands, they can remain at your waist or relax down by the sides. Palms to touch, arms overhead. You can wrap your palms towards one another and reach skyward, or even prayer hands behind your back. You can take any of that in stillness or take a little lean from side to side. Just depends on how the balance is feeling today. To assist with that balance, root down through your standing foot. Contract the strong muscles of the leg and the glute in the standing leg. If the balance feels great today, try closing your eyes. That's why we call it practice. Whatever variations you've chosen, slowly start to make your way back, palms to touch in front of the heart, and then stand on 2 equal feet. Lift your toes, close your eyes, and feel the differences in your left and right feet. One might feel much more grounded than the other. And then blink the eyes open. Shift your weight into your other foot. Bend your knee, lift your heel, spin that hip outward. There's absolutely nothing wrong with staying right here. As I said before, once we get here, doesn't mean we've achieved the end goal of tree pose. There's always something new and more to learn in these shapes. The lower you keep the gaze down towards the mat or towards the earth, the more it will help you find stability. Imagine, like a tree, you have roots growing down out of the bottom of your foot. Root down. Feel grounded. Relax your jaw. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Slowly bring your hands back to touch in front of your chest. And then stand on your 2 equal feet. Lift the toes. Relax the arms by your sides and close your eyes. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat down. Cactus your arms. Press your chest high. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway. Plant your hands and come down to all fours. You knew we had to do it at some time, so tuck your toes under. Bring your pinky toe with you to face forward and sit back on your heels. Broken toe pose, I know. I know. If you feel unbearable, sharp pain, then back off. Lift the hips away from the heels a little bit. If it just feels like an intense, uncomfortable sensation, then I encourage you to stick with it here. Show your feet some love. Can we tap into our breath? Sit with this that is most uncomfortable. Not knowing when it will end. And when you get to that point, when you feel like you've had enough of it, can you take 2 more deep breaths? And then gently rock forward to your all fours. Untuck your toes. I know it feels like it's going to hurt, but it's going to feel good. Tap the tops of your feet down. Beautiful. And then sit back with the tops of the feet on the mat. Nice work. I'm going to turn to face you, and we're going to come into our yogi homework, which I hope you've been doing, our malasana squat. So send your hips high and walk your feet wide. Let your toes turn out. Bring your hands to your hips and stand on up. Press the palms to touch and then start to sit down into a wide-legged squat. Now notice, if your knees are falling inward, we want to bring them out. Again, just like in warrior, if we were to look on the inside edge of the knee, we see those first 2 toes. Also, if the butt is way out here and the chest is way forward, try this as if you were sitting down into a toaster. Goddess pose. We can take this a little bit side to side. We can rest the hands down if we are looking for a little support. Even drop one shoulder and then the other. And you certainly may stick with this for today. If you'd like to take it a little more, you can start to squat on down. We want the heels to be rooted. If they're a little bit up and it's not causing pressure in your hips or in your knees, then that's fine. You can always put some support, if you have yoga blocks or even books at home, underneath your sitting bones. Press the knees wide, lift the pelvic floor, lift the crown of the head, and breathe. Try to relax your hip flexors and your outer hips. Beautiful. Bring your hands down in front of you. Send your hips high, toes face forward. And then slowly, gently make your way on down to a seat. Bend your knees and place your feet on the mat in front of you. Reach your hands behind your knees or thighs and sit up nice and tall. Belly comes in. If there's any rounding of the upper back, imagine that gust of wind blowing up the front of your spine to lift you up and down the back of your spine to root you down into the earth. Option to stay here, concentrating on pulling that low belly in and up to support you, where you can rock slightly back, balancing on the tailbone. If you start to round, then just come back, sit up, and start again. Bring the arms out in front, and over the next 5 full slow breaths, lower all the way down. When you get there, hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock from side to side. And let your knees fall all the way over to the right. Extending left arm and gaze towards the left. If there's a different variation of your supine twist that you prefer, feel free to make changes. Let your breath be deep here, belly relaxed, jaw soft. Take an inhale. Exhale to pull your knees back through the center. Give them another little hug inward and a rock from side to side. And then allow them to fall all the way over to the left, right arm and gaze, stretching to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knees back to center. Hug them into your chest. And this time you can hug them wide of your chest, bringing them towards your armpits. Keep your tailbone heavy. And then with bent knees, send your soles of your feet skyward. Reach in between your legs. And then reach for the outside edges of your shins or feet. You can even hold on to the backs of the knees here if none of that is accessible today. Happy baby or happy baby variation. You can rock from side to side, or straighten one leg and then the other, or just be here in stillness, broadening the pelvis and hips. If you've taken any asymmetrical movements in this shape, start to even them out. Pause for one moment in the center. Hug the knees back and towards the chest. Bring the forehead to the knees. Curl up in a tiny little ball and take a deep breath in. And then an open mouth exhale. As you start to take up space on your mat, relax your arms by your sides. Let your feet flop open. Close your eyes. And know that in this Shavasana, your final resting pose, you have permission to be still. You have permission to find ease. You have permission to let go. And you have permission to be supported. I will guide you out of this shape when it's time, so please rest fully. Start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to be guided out, slowly and gently draw your knees towards your chest and rock over to one side, using your bottom arm as a pillow and resting here for a full 2 breaths. And pressing your hand into the floor, slowly come on up. Choice to sit back on your pillow if it's handy. Find that easy seat. Sit up tall. Press your palms to touch in front of your heart and either gaze softly down at your fingertips or close your eyes. When we press our palms together, this is called Anjali Mudra, a gesture of gratitude. Grateful for everything that supports us. Grateful for our body and our breath. I encourage you to start each day before you get out of bed. Think of 5 things that you're grateful for, big or small, and let 2 of those things be about you. And we'll end with our breath in unity. So exhale fully to prepare. Inhale deeply. Open mouth, let it go. Thank you, yogis. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. I am honored to be a part of this NEMA community and to share this beautiful practice with you. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time.